Morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming since 1998, and I still got plenty of stuff to work on. In today's practice stream, I'm going to be practicing limb independence. I'm playing two very difficult patterns that I'm going to attempt to get to the point where I can alternate, and I can't do that yet. In all these 500 plus live streams, there are timestamps in the description that shows what I was practicing or what kind of question I was answering. Think of this like office hours. I'm here to practice something I'm not good at yet, and then I will answer questions if there are questions about how to get better at performing or how to get better at teaching. I will often edit those questions that I answer and put them in this Drumming Tips playlist. It has over 20 hours of drumming Q&A from a range of topics, from something simple to something more complex or advanced. So for example, this one starts off by talking about whether or not you should practice rudiments on drum kit, but because it says and other drumming tips, that means there are more topics in there besides that. And then this one talks about should you play multiple instruments to teach percussion, but it says and other teaching tips, which means there's more in there other than that topic. But there's over 100 videos that are related to the different questions that I received on all these like 500 plus live streams. So I highly recommend checking this out if you want to learn it. It's in my home tab of YouTube. Now, because I'm not good at limb independence yet, my background's in rudimental percussion, concert percussion, and I'm learning limb independence for fun. I need Shia LaBeouf here to help motivate me to get better at limb independence. We're going to hide him because of copyright. Shia, help motivate us all. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Wow, Shia LaBeouf. Everybody's so motivated now. One more flex for good luck. Okay. Now we're going to get into limb independence. Now, today I'm practicing using the limb independence section on my website. On my home tab of YouTube, you can find all the same content that's on my website, which is linked jaredoleary.com/drum. It's organized neater on the website, but same stuff is here. So chop exercises. If you're a rudimental drummer like myself, there's over 90 different chop exercises in here. There's over 1,000, that's not exaggerating, over 1,000 grid variations. Click on the header. There's 420 videos in the triplet grid variations. There's 578 for a 16th note. And then down here, there's 37 wacky ones like herta grid and everything in between, like flam drag grid for triplets or 16th notes, whatever. Today, I'm practicing this section. I'll come back to that. There's over 500 marching bass drum stuff. There's drumline cadences. There's sight reading exercises. There's almost 500 technique exercises. Again, click on the header to show all of the different playlists to work on whatever you want to work on. Like later on in this stream, I'm going to work on endurance and speed with my feet so I can work on double bass. But this is where you can find over 20 hours of drumming Q&A, and here's where you can find scripted lessons on specific topics like tenor playing zones, or how to drum louder, or how to make it so that your rolls are clean every single time you play them, or how to speed up a rudiment, etc. So there's a lot of free content in here. Any of these videos that says members first, like this one, they're all scheduled to release for free. Like this one, I think, comes out on the 6th, but there's a brand new play-along every single day. There's a new drumming tip every single Friday, and there's a new drumming lesson every single Monday. So stay tuned. There's literally hundreds, almost 600 videos that are scheduled to release. If you want that early access to it, just click the join button. It's 99 cents. That's the lowest amount that I can make it on YouTube, but it gives you 600-ish videos early access to. Or just wait. It might be a year and a half until it comes out, but it's going to come out for free. I promise. Okay, so the thing that I'm working on today is alternating between two different limb independence patterns. These limb independence patterns on their own are very difficult. So the first one is... So the pattern is actually a 3/4. So we have quarter note. Hi-hats on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to play that pattern on the ride while I play swung on the drums. Short notes are going to be on the snare. Anything longer than that is going to be on the bass drum. Okay, so that's pattern number 52. Pattern number 53 is also a 3/4. This sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's not. That's the quarter note. So I'm going to play this straight pattern on the hi-hat with swung drums. Again, 8 notes on the snare. Anything longer than that on the bass drum. Etc. Hopefully I don't hit my sticks like I just did. The way I'm going to do that is by using the charts that are in the limb independence section of my home tab of YouTube. So I'm not doing these. I'm not doing the straight versions. I'm doing the swung versions. And I'm going to play it at 120. So these charts go as slow as 40 beats a minute, all the way as fast as 240 beats a minute, every single click in between. And all these like thousands of play-alongs also start super slow and go much faster every click in between. Now, the way that I'm going to play through this is each chart, I'm just going to pick a random one, 21 through 25, sure. I'm going to play one chart with pattern 52, and then the next chart with pattern 53. And then I'm just going to keep alternating back and forth between it. What I eventually want to be able to do is get to the point where I can play one whole line with one of the patterns, and then immediately switch to another line playing another pattern, and just be able to go back and forth between this. This is a way to practice it to make it so that if I was reading a chart with a group, phrasing-wise, I could just, like, every 8 bars, every 16 bars, whatever I want, be able to jump from one limb independence pattern to another seamlessly. That's the goal with this. These patterns are very difficult, so I can't do that yet. Like, not even close yet. So I'm working on it. So I'm going to start with something easier, which is do a full chart, chart 21, with one pattern, and then go to chart 22 with another pattern. I'm going to do this as a warm-up, and then I'll stretch and massage, and then I'll show you how I'm going to try and work on this to make it so I can play these. Okay, so this is going to count off, whoops, in my headphones. You can't hear it because there's like a sync delay, so I just muted it on your end, but if you use the play-alongs, you'll hear it count off in your headphones or speakers. 1, 2... I'll start with pattern 52, this one. Hello to you. You just got in the studio, you're about to shed? Nice, good luck. Have fun. This is pattern 53. That's cool. Oh, thank you. It's a fun couple of patterns to play. So this is also 3/4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Whoops. Oops. I started playing a normal ride pattern instead of the 3/4. My bad. I was trying to make it easier for myself subconsciously. Okay, so we're back to pattern number 52. 1, 2. Again, 8th on the snare, longer on the bass drum. You played the drums? That's awesome. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Hello again. Okay, so this is chart number 25. I switched back to pattern number 53. Do. Nice work. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Is it Diami? My screen's really small, so it's hard to read it. Best method I found for learning this ostinato is one free limb, doing 4 bars at a time. Yeah, there's actually on my home tab of YouTube here. So inside of the limb independence section, every single one of these has a, like, let's say this one. Thank you for the sub. Every single one of these has at the top how to develop limb independence on the kit. And it's got a series of steps that I outline that shows you how to do it. And then this one was an edited version of live stream that I did where I went through 62 different variations with one chart. So 62 different limb independence patterns in one sitting. And it was like over 3 hours to go through it all. Some of them sound great. Some of them are like, hey, Jared, you still need to practice it, which hence why I'm here practicing it live. But the way that I demonstrate like following these limb independence steps inside of here, it starts off with like no music. You're just like literally getting your limbs to be semi-interdependent. And then it moves into using these resources, these permutations. And so it goes through like every variation of like quarter notes, eighth notes, triplets, sixteenths, depending on what playlist you click on. And then eventually it gets into the step that I just went through, which was reading through a chart. But I was actually doing a more advanced step where I was switching back and forth between 2 different ostinato patterns. So they were both 3/4 ostinato patterns, and they were both playing a straight cymbal with swung drums. So it was a straight over swung, 3/4. Very wacky. Would not recommend starting there. So start with some of the easier ones that I demonstrate in this stream. But you can use any of these play alongs to work on the eighth note stuff. But if you go back to the limb independent section, there's also stuff to work on triplets or 16th notes, or just moving back and forth between two different rhythms, like triplets into 16th notes, or 7/4 into, I don't know, 30-second notes. Like, there's a ton of different variations in here. So if I like scroll down, like this is quintuplets into 3/2, or 16th notes into 30-second notes, etc. So there's a ton of different variations to work on in here. And that's just for the limb independent section, is the stuff that's in there. I also highly recommend taking a look at the technique stuff for any percussionist. And if you're a rudimental drummer like I am, who is cosplaying as a drum kit player, the grid variation will keep you busy for a long time. There's over 1,000 variations in all of these playlists. And then the chop section, there's almost 100 different videos in all those different playlists. But if you're like, well, how do I practice? This section has over 20 hours of me answering Q&A on these streams. And then this one has drumming lessons that are scripted on like flams or tenor playing zones, or like what I'm about to do, which is the stretch and massage routine that I use to keep my hands nice and healthy. So check that one out if you haven't done that yet. And if you're like, why would I want to listen to you? Despite the fact that on these live streams I'm playing stuff I'm not good at yet, I have been drumming for almost 30 years, and I have taught every grade kindergarten through doctoral student. So I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education, and have a range of teaching and performing experience. So when I answer these questions, it's from that experience, not only performing, but also teaching a wide range of students, from very young to people who are older than me. This first stretch, by the way, is stretching the sides of the forearms, and I have better camera angles in that video that I mentioned. But this next stretch that I'm going to do stretches the underside of the forearms. So I'm just pulling it back and stretching along here. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, if you look at the thing that I mentioned in there and using those resources, it does do that, but then it shows you some other things that you can do that helps you to come up with the different phrases. So the idea, it comes from different schools of thought, like Alan Dawson influenced like Don Moyle to do 50 Ways of Syncopation, but also Gary Chester, New Breed 1 and New Breed 2. Both of these books also talk about it, but using those makes it so you can play not only the charts, but like just any kind of permutation of something, which gets away from like the beat making method where like people learn like a stack of rhythms, and gets more towards the independence or interdependence, as Gary Chester calls it. I'm stretching the top side of the forearms now. And that makes it so that you can just like make up whatever you want on the fly, which is much more freeing. So I see a lot of like drumming educators who are like great at what they do, but the way they teach is very dependent on them as the educator to teach you a new beat, a new groove. And having like over 100 different method books on my bookshelf back there for like marimba or snare drum or drum kit or whatever, I've read through a ton of them, and they often they teach in a way that is easier for them and not necessarily what's best, in my opinion, for the student. So the teaching is focused on like being dependent on learning a new beat from the instructor, rather than being able to do what you're talking about, where it's like being able to read a chart independently and have 1, 2, or maybe even 3 limbs be independent of whatever the dependent limb is doing. The one that's like sticking with the metronome, basically acting as your internal metronome. So like an ostinato pattern, like 1, 2, 3, like a double time swung or whatever. And it's less taught like than the other method of like, here's a beat. But I think it's so helpful in the long run. You studied with John Ramsey, Alan's student. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, drum kit is something that I'm learning for fun. Most of my studying has been rudimental and then concert percussion. Less than 1% of my time is actually on drum kit. Even though I've been drumming for so long, it's vast majority is rudimental and concert. But I'm having fun learning all these different variations. But I took lessons with Don Moyo, who's the drum kit professor at Arizona State University, and his approach was heavily influenced by Alan Dawson's. And like just having that ability to be able to sit down and just read a chart and play it many different ways. Like his book, 50 Ways of Syncopation. It's 50 ways to work on limb independence. So again, if people haven't like checked it out, it's only available on his website, I believe. Like I don't think you can get it on Amazon or anything. But highly recommend it if you're into jazz, Latin, and then for like rock, funk, etc. Check out New Breed. They're both good books by Gary Chester. They're good. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing just like a quick massage routine. So I'm just like kind of going up and down the forearms and just trying to relax everything. So I want to make it so that like I'm 40 right now and have been drumming since '98. So I want to be able to go like another 30 years of drumming without hand issues. So I do this daily. Highly recommend it. Next one I'm going to do is massaging the palm with the thumb and fingers on the back side of the hand. Chester's New Breed is the best and almost the only book you need for kit. Yeah, I agree. There's like so much that you can do with it, which is like what inspired a lot of those resources. So like Gary Chester's book in particular focuses on like 16th related stuff, whereas I've got like under the limb independent section like triplet permutations and 16th note or 8th note, etc. And then these charts are preparing you for like sitting in with like a jazz band. But this, if you go into it, like, I don't know, just go to a random one. It's got all these different permutations, variations of different rhythms. So like that one. And then if we go to another random one, this one also has some different variations of 16th notes that you can play going through it like this, etc. Some of them are more melodic and some of them are more like technical, which is like an idea just kind of repeated over and over. But it's super helpful for being able to practice like Gary Chester's ideas, whether it's like the 6, 7s, and 8s, or the more basic stuff where it's like the 1s, the 2s, etc. And because it's the play along, you can actually just like put it in your headphones and be able to play along to it to make sure that you're in time rhythmically, which is great. Okay, the last thing that I'm doing, by the way, is massaging base and tip of each one of the fingers and just trying to loosen it up. And then I'm going to work on something that I'm struggling with right now. So the way that I was playing those like opening charts was like one chart was going through playing with pattern number 52, and then the next chart was playing with pattern number 53. What I want to be able to do is be able to switch every line or every 2 lines back and forth between them, but I can't do that yet. So the way that I practiced the charts that I was going through was great for if I already have the ostinato going. So if I'm already playing that 3/4 part, like if I already got this locked down, I can jump in and start playing whatever I want with my limbs, and it feels fine, whether it's that pattern or pattern 53. If I already have this ostinato going, I can play whatever I want as long as I don't hit my sticks. But jumping right into it, I can't do yet because I haven't practiced that. So I'm going to work on that. You check this out today? Yeah. Highly recommend the limb independent section, but also the technique section. There's almost 500 exercises in here. So like later on, I haven't worked on double bass until like 3 weeks ago. Started working on it. And so endurance and speed, I'm going to play one of those exercises in there. It's called Chug with hertas. So it's and the goal is to eventually get it fast. But right now, I can't do that. Anyways, all right. So I'm going into the limb independent section. And I'm just going to pull up the permutations inside of here. And I'm going to just like grind my way through them to get to the point where it like actually feels comfortable. So I'm going to go into number 5 here. And inside of the timestamps of all these play-alongs, just click whatever BPM you want. And then it'll allow you to jump to that. So for example, I'm actually going to play this at 120. But I'm not going to use the play along. So I have my headphones on. what I'm going to do is just go through each one of these measures. So I'm going to play 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's the second measure. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Third measure. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Was that wrong? Yeah. Okay, so it's on the and. So what I'm going to do is play through this and loop each measure, just going back and forth between pattern number 52, pattern number 53, until it feels comfortable. If it feels good after the first rep, cool, just move on to the next one. If it doesn't feel good, I might sit there for a couple of minutes until it actually starts to feel good. It starts with one note moving across the bar. Goes through every single permutation of it, every variation of this that you can. Hello to you. Then the twos, you'll have... It's the first measure, and the second measure, 1, 3, 4. Next measure, 3, 4, 1, da, da, da. So it's just moving 2 notes across the bar, just slowly. Then it goes and does the same thing for the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, 6s, 7s, all the way up till 8s. Okay, so my goal is to go through all of these, hopefully today, but it depends on how much I struggle busting my way through this. So what I'm going to do is the first pattern, which is 52. Da 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 da. 2, 3, 4. Next pattern. So they're both triplet feels. So we have da triplet, 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 and triplet, triplet, triplet. As a shup. Buckets, buckets, buckets. So I'm doing 3 of those in the space of 4 quarter notes. Those are technically like straight feel for the cymbal. And then the drums are going to be swung. Right now I'm just focusing on the snare drum. And then eventually I want to be able to do short longs so that I play short notes on the snare, long notes on the bass drum. I'm not ready for that yet. So we're not going to do that yet. We're slowly trying to play just beyond my comfort level with my brain, or my zone of proximal development, and make it so that I can go just a little bit beyond that and push myself to think in ways that I currently can't. Okay, so I'm on the 4th measure of that, the ones pattern. So that's the first pattern, and that's the second pattern. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oops. I keep wanting to put it on the release, but it's on the second note. 2, my bad. 2, 3, 4. No, that's wrong. Why can't? There we go. Helps if I read it right. Details. It's fine. Literacy. It's overrated. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and yeah, that one's right. Okay. Next pattern. Next pattern. Is that right? Yeah, so it ends with the release there. Okay. Okay. So this is this measure right here. We'll just keep alternating until it feels comfortable. 2, 3, 4. Is that ready? Wait. I was playing the wrong measure. Two, three, four. Oh. Fourth. Third measure. I can't brain today. It's one of those days. I think I need coffee. So the last 2 days I didn't do a drum stream because while I was eating food, I ended up biting my tongue, and so it like hurt to talk. It's one of those like moments where you're just like, why did my body do that? But like my tongue like swelled up a little bit, so it was like didn't feel good to talk. So after coming back of 2 days of not drumming, I'm feeling it. I'm not awake. Long couple of days of like working on a bunch of stuff in the background, like finishing up editing to the drumming lessons that are scheduled to release in like 4 and 5 weeks, I think. And then working on a ton of edits. Did over like six hours of edits, condensed them into like 30 minutes. Yikes. That took a long time. That was about 11 hours of my time yesterday. So my brain is like mush right now. Anyways, I'm on this measure right here. So, that one. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So that one fits in between. That was so weird. Okay, so the last measure. Good twos. 2, ready, and 2. Let's do that again. 2, ready, and next measure. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It still doesn't feel good. Like I'm playing the right rhythms, but like it doesn't feel comfortable yet. So I'm trying to focus on the comfort side of things rather than just like playing it. Because like I'm focusing on is training my brain, attempting to. Ready and 2, ready and 2, ready and 2, ready, next measure. Flawless. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2. This is getting better. Didn't get the shup on that. 2, try it again. My stick was underneath a hi-hat. A little hard to play that way. Turns out. 2, ready, and flawless. Ugh, that was bad. There we go. Oh my goodness. Wake up, Jared. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and okay, next measure. So this is this one. 2, ready, and is that right? Why does that feel so weird? Not quite. Keep hitting my stick. 2, ready, and 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 not quite. 2, ready, and cool. Next one. Flawless. Ready, and there we go. I keep almost hitting my stick. Gotta stop that. I've got a video that talks about like different ways to do crossovers and not. And I'm not satisfied with the way my kit is set up. It's like not ideal. This is actually my wife's kit. And it's prettier than mine. Mine is a black pearl over there. Same setup and whatnot, but like hers looks better. But like the heights of it, it's not in that ideal range where I want it for what I'm doing. And so there's like the trade-off of like playing like this, so it prevents the crossover, but it's like just slightly too far out for what I'm playing. Like it feels uncomfortable with my scoliosis. And like playing this way, I keep hitting my stick, but playing with like a fulcrum crossover, even a wrist over wrist, like this is like doesn't get the drum trigger to actually play the sound. So I don't know. None are ideal. Last line, first measure. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and okay, next measure. Flawless. 2, ready, and 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 okay, next measure. Ready, and hit the stick again. Flawless. Then I started with it underneath it. I swear I know what I'm doing sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, let's try a pattern 53. Ready, and 2, 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 ready, and last one. 2, ready, and okie dokie. So that was the ones and the twos. Now we go to the threes. Wow. Helps if I play all three. 2, next one. 2, try it again. 2. Okay, here we go. 2, next. Sorry, I'm on here. When I said next, what I meant is I'm on the next, not I'm moving to the next one, as in that one. I'm here. Here we go. 2, pattern 53. Try it again, 52. Pattern 53. Not quite. 2, go. Switch the pattern. Not quite. Switch pattern. 2, switch the pattern. Flawless. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, try again. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, next measure. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and next measure. 2, ready, and that was not it at all. 2, ready, and next line. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and next one. 2, ready, and ready, and nope. Sorry, I was gonna switch to that, and I was like, wait, I should do this one again, and then I messed up. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. What I'm trying to do now is also, like, I need to work on that transition. And I haven't figured out if I want to do that or not. I don't think so. Because this pattern, that's the downbeat. And I don't want to 1, 2, play 5 notes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That'd be weird. Sorry, I'm having an internal debate with myself. And I'm sharing it live. Hope you enjoy. Alright, let's try this measure again. 2, ready, and 3, dude, not even close. Ready, and nope. 2, ready, and I'm too busy thinking about the other pattern that I'm like messing up this pattern. The that one. Pattern 52. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and ready, and 2, ready, and if I was just going into that, that'd feel fine. Just your normal. But that feels so funky. Let's keep working on it. Next measure. 1, 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and that's not the rhythm at all. Swing and a miss. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2. Let me do that. Let's try the next measure. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Not 1 on 3. 1 and 3, Jared, for the hi-hat. Come on. You can do it. Ganbatte. 2, ready, and. 2, ready, and. 2, ready, and. Hit the stick and then it triggered the rim shot. Don't do that. Okay. Let's move on to the 4s. But first, a word from today's sponsor, +7 Energy. It's great. In all seriousness, no sponsorships. Like the pad reviews that are in the home tab here. If you scroll down, past. This is where I'm practicing. And then past all the thousands of play-alongs. But these, like, drumming product reviews, not sponsored. No free stuff. Unbiased opinion. Alright, so we're on the 4s. Woo! This is the grind, by the way. Welcome to practicing. I was actually working on a script for a drumming video this morning before I jumped on that was talking about like what it takes to like actually get good. And one of my first realizations of, oh, this is what practicing looks like is when I did my first year on snare in drum corps, we did like a few hour sectional on just stick control, just like one exercise for a few hours straight. And I was just like, oh, you mean you don't just play it like a few times through? Young me, not realizing what practicing really looked like. But speaking of, I'm going to play the 4s now, or at least attempt to. Wish me luck. Oops, don't play it. I have my own metronome. Let the 1, 2, ready, and 2, switch the pattern. 2, ready, and 2, 2, ready, and I switched the measure. Try it again, second measure. Next measure. Oops, try it again. Yeah, for some reason I felt like I was playing 5 notes, but I don't think I was. It's like an optical illusion in my brain. 2, ready, and auditory hallucination. 2, It's already getting better. Switching between it's hard, but it's like mentally that switch, this is helping. Yay! Turns out practicing works. Who would have thought? Last measure of the first line of the 4s. Ready, and ready, and ready, and 2, ready, and 2, next line. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, try it again. 2, ready, and 2, next measure. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and. Okay, next measure. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, try again. 2, ready, and next measure. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, 5. Here we go. 2, ready, and 2, ready, and 2, ready, and I screwed up the thing. And I was just thinking, the more notes it adds, the easier it feels. And then I messed up. That's what you get for being confident. Next measure, so I'm right here. And again, I'm switching between pattern number 52 and pattern number 53. So 52 is on the ride, 53 is on the hi-hat. Both are 3/4, both are straight over swung. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 2, 53, 2, 52, 2, 53. Next measure. 2, ready, and next measure. That one felt funny. 2, 53. I keep hitting my stick. Stop it. Get some help. Last line. 1, 2, ready, and 2, ready, and that was not how you read. 2, try again. 2, one more for good luck. Let's try that again. Pattern 53. You know, on a positive, gravity still works. You gotta test it. Just completely missed the hi-hat. It's right there, Jared. All right, there. I found it. Here we go. 53. Next measure. So weird. Next measure. So funky. Last measure. Whew. Okay. With how it's like getting easier and easier, I think I'm gonna skip the 6s, 7s, and 8s for the moment. What I'm gonna do is do this again with incorporating long on the bass drum, short on the snare drum. So again, I can practice going back and forth between pattern 52 and pattern number 53. While reading through the charts. But that'll be for another day, because it's already been an hour. What I want to do now is actually work on my feet. So what I'm going to do is play through a chug variation. And I'm going to do it with both pedals, because I have a double bass pedal now. And I'm going to work on that left foot in particular. So again, I'm a rudimental drummer who's cosplaying as a drum kit player. I thought it'd be fun to get my feet at least sort of close to where my hands are. But it's not there yet. So the exercise I'm going to play is a herta exercise with the Chug framework. So that's the rhythm. I eventually want to be able to play it fast. I can't. Not yet. I will, though, with time. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going into the technique section. This is on my home tab. There's almost 500 exercises spread across all of these different playlists inside of here. I'm going into the endurance and speed exercises playlist. It currently has 70 videos in it. I'm going to scroll down for a little bit until I find the one that I'm looking for that will work on my endurance and speed for my feet. This one, Chug with hertas. In the timestamps of all these thousands of play-alongs, you can jump to whatever speed you want. If you are better than I am, you might start at a faster speed. If you are not where I'm at, you might start at a slower speed, and that's okay. We all start in different places. I, a couple weeks ago, started at 60. Today, I'm starting at 70. Yay, progress. And I'm only doing this with my feet right now. Eventually, we'll add on, but I'm not there yet. Right now, we're just working on foot technique. Hello to you. Heel down. Now heel up. Technique that I haven't really invested much time into. Slurred out. 2, heel down. 1 and 2 and da 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 da. I don't know what that means. Heel up. 1 and 2. Who's gone? Heel down, and 1 and 2 and da 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 da. Heel up. After a short word from today's sponsor. Air, it's good for you. Use code Jared in the air shop when you breathe. Heel up. It's interesting how it wasn't playing all the notes despite me playing all the notes. Or rather, the trigger wasn't getting it. Oh, it's a song? Oh, I don't know it. The group is called Rain Tacos? That's funny. 77. Heel up. Yeah, it's interesting it's not picking up that second right hand. Heel down or right foot. Heel up and 2 and da 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 da. Ugh, so sloppy. That's why we're practicing it. Heel down feels good. Like I'm comfortable with a heel down, which is what I'll start with here at 80. What's the hardest double bass pattern? I mean, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I'm not good at double bass, so. But that question is like, what's the hardest snare pattern? Like, there isn't one. It's, I don't know. They're all hard for different reasons. Maybe they're hard because of the timing. Maybe they're hard because of the coordination. Maybe they're hard because of the speed or the endurance, etc. But they're fun to learn, whatever the pattern is. 82. Heel up. And 2 and da 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 da. Not even close. Let's try it with heel down. 1 and 2 and. What year you in school drum? What? So 3 weeks ago, started at 60, and could barely play it at 60, but now 84 is like sort of passable with heel down, but heel up not there yet. But making progress, a little bit at a time. That's what it takes. So this is the endurance and speed playlist. So the endurance and speed exercises has 70 videos inside of here, and the one that I am working on is the chug with hertas, but there's a bunch of other chug variations with like singles, etc., or stuff to work on like your singles and your doubles, etc. So there's a ton of things in here that you can work on: hand speed, foot speed, whatever you want. You can find all of this in the techniques section on my home tab. So if you scroll down on here, past all these play-alongs, it's in here. You have to click the header, and then it shows you all of them. Hello. I'm done with school. So I'm 40, and I went to school for a very long time. So I'm not any year in school. So if you go, instead of /drum, you go to /CV, it takes you to curriculum vitae. And it shows you that I was in school for a long time to get a bachelor's, master's, and PhD in music education. So just that alone, I finished that in 2018, and I started college in 2003. So that was like a 15-year journey, not to mention high school, middle school, elementary school, preschool, etc. I've been in school for most of my life, but I'm done. Yeah! High five. But if anyone's curious, you can find all the publications, presentations, grant work I've done, etc. /CV. But if you go to /drum, segue, this is where you can find all of the exercises that I was just playing through. Tomorrow, the plan is that I will be working on a drum pad, but that was also the plan the other day, and then I bit my tongue, and I didn't feel like talking because it was swollen. So I didn't stream. But as long as I don't bite my tongue, then I'll be practicing tomorrow on a drum pad. But there's currently 91 chop exercises in this section. There's over 1,000 grid variations in this section. This is where I was practicing today's limb independent stuff. Highly recommend checking those out. This video shows you how to develop limb independence on the kit. This video shows you 62 different ways that you can work on limb independence with all these different charts or permutations. There's also over 500 marching bass drum stuff. There's drumline cadences. There's a bunch of sight reading exercises. And then there's almost 500 technique exercises like the one that I was just playing, which you can find in the endurance and speed playlist. And then finally at the bottom, this playlist alone has 20 hours of drumming Q&A, followed by a bunch of scripted lessons like how to hold a traditional grip, or how to fix your weak-sounding drum rolls, or how to speed up any rudiment, etc. So there are a ton of free resources that are either on my website here, or which is linked to the top of every play-along, or if you just go to the home tab of YouTube, you can find all these sections. Now, some of these videos are scheduled to release. There's around 600 of them. So they might say members first right here, or on the playlist, and every single one of them will come out for free. It might be tomorrow, or it might be a year and a half from now. So stay tuned for that. If you want the early access, just click join. It's 99 cents. That's the cheapest I can make it, and it gives you the early access. Or just wait. I don't sell any books. I don't sell any apps. I don't sell any courses. I don't teach privately anymore. I don't sell any educational content. All my publications, presentations, and sheet music are available for free on my website or here. If you just want the early access, click the join button. Otherwise, you can wait. 2013, 4 years before you were born. Nice. I'm old. Anyways, I am going to stop drumming for today, and I'm going to get ready to play Yakuza Like a Dragon. It'll probably take me about 15 minutes to move everything and to get set up for it. But if you go to the gaming section, and you click on the header, and you scroll all the way down, you can find all of the prior streams that I've done in this game from the beginning. It's a good game. It has a good balance between being very serious, interesting story, and being superbly goofy. So check it out if you're interested in it. But I'm going to call it here. If you enjoy these free resources, share it with somebody else. If you don't enjoy these free resources, share it with an enemy. Goodbye.